Hey guys, this is Al from Club Dora Outdoors in Firewood. I adore large trees. This is by far not the largest one out in this tract of land, but it is really cool. There's a few of them that have gone down in the past year or two, and we'll be showing you that as we walk through here. There's a trail that goes through, I believe it is, Chris, do you remember? I think it's 1.2 miles or 1.5 miles that goes all the way around and loops and comes back out. Pretty cool thing for northern Minnesota. It's a huge attraction. There's many days you come by. This thing is out in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of times you'll come by and there'll be 25, 30 cars sitting in here, especially in the summer months. So on we go. This is one of the monsters out here. It's just a big old huge white pine. Hey Phil, how'd you like to cut this puppy up? You get some timber out of this guy. So yeah, pretty awesome. I don't know if this is the tree. I know there's one tree out here that measures, I think it's 115 inches in circumference. But they've got to be, oh my gosh, I mean, these guys got to be 60 inches in diameter, I would think. Close to it, if not. I got a tape measure. Let's just go around it, see what we get. Well, let's see here. My tape is only a 12-footer, guys. And I'm at 144 right here, and we've got to have almost 2 more feet. But we are pulling on the base. Let's try to move that up a little bit, just see if that changes it much. Wow. That's basically 12-foot circumference. Unbelievable. I believe they said these are roughly 250 years old. So, yeah. I don't know if anybody will ever see a tree that big again up here. Man has a tendency to take big trees down like that. Anyway, here's there's actually quite a few red pines. It's not often you get to see the outer bark turn. I mean, it's different than gets that big coarse roughness, but that is a tall tree. And I think they said they approach 100 and right at the moment I forgot. It's either 120 or 150. I would almost think that one is close to 150, but could be wrong. Doesn't cost anything to do this. When we get done with the little video, we'll post some information on the bottom of the video that if you're interested, you can look it up. This is located up in the Chippewa National Forest. It is, let's see here. It would be south of North Home, east of Black Duck. They were probably the two closest towns here. There's one of them big ones down up ahead here, I believe, if I remember right. Here's another big old white pine. We've got so many pine bark beetle coming through our whole area. I really hope that these big trees can withstand that. It'd be a shame to lose these all. But, you know, years ago when these were small trees, the pine bark beetle, I don't believe, existed at that time. I think that was one of the beetles that got, whatever you call that, got brought in from Europe, I believe. Not positive about that. If you know the answer to that, let me know. Try to take a shot of that. That's a big white pine there. There's a huge one right here too. They're not as big as them first ones we showed you. We've had some really strong winds come through here. I think it was 2 years ago, and it took down several of the skyscraper trees. This would give you a good idea. I got to look here. I think, let's see here. Yeah, that's a big old white pine. And we're going to just walk the distance of it slowly. You can see when it fell, it scarred that big old white pine there. And he's dead now. Knocked the top off and scraped it so bad that it all passed away. Yeah, pretty incredible. Holy cow. Well, that's just almost at 9 feet, 108-inch circumference. Can you guys imagine how many bar tops you could make out of this puppy? It's huge. You probably need about 12 guys to haul it in. Yeah, just look at that. But it's how everything. You don't often get to see this big a tree anywhere anymore. Maybe out in California. I'm sure there's few laying around or sitting around, but if they were any good, most of them got cut up for lumber. I mean, these are just monsters. Incredible. I think that they actually, I'm not sure, I would bet that the forestry guys probably peeled that bark off so it don't rot so fast. Just to preserve it for a few more years. It's a nice day out here. It was sunny out earlier, but no wind right now. The last 2 days have been blowing pretty hard. Incredible. Here we get another one of the bigger white pines out here. That one's not too far off from the first one we measured, but you can see here this one's got a little bit of a scar there, and I know years ago when we came out here they had they were showing there was a huge fire, I think I'm just guessing this, I think it was 1919 that came through, and this may be one of the scars because it came in. Let's see here, I'm getting my directions all screwed up here. North is there. I believe it came in from the northwest and it burnt. It scarred the trees on the side the fire was heading. But I haven't noticed too many other ones like this, but anyway, here we go. Here's a big old dead one. And that one actually has that scar that I was talking about. I wonder if this one has it. Yeah, it might be right here. Yeah. We'll have to look. Someplace I know it's noted the year there was just a massive forest fire that went through, and it it scarred the trees on the one side. So, show them a good picture of this. Most of them will know what this is. We do have it up here in northern Minnesota. I guess the hint I'll give you, they might get, this is probably about a 4-inch. It might get up to 10 inches. But let me know in the messages or the comments what you think this tree is. There's more over on this side too. I mean, this tree in front of us, that's a huge red pine. I don't believe I've seen a red pine as big as the white pines, and I think that's pretty common. I mean, they're not far behind, but they're a little bit smaller in diameter. I don't think they get any taller, but it's pretty cool. Any of you guys ever get up in northern Minnesota, look it up. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's a pretty neat thing to see. It's one of the destinations, I guess, for camping people and well, not so much fishermen, hiking and camping people. Pretty neat.